So I'm gonna be playing Starship Death Knight here because I really want to prove that, or not prove, but I feel like there's a big problem in Hearthstone currently that the older decks are just always the best ones. So when they release a new expansion, the cards of the new expansion aren't on the same power level as the old cards. I feel like that's a really big problem right now. And if you look at the best decks, it's usually just old decks with a couple of new cards. Like Starship Death Knight is without a doubt still just like broken, like the best deck. It might not be the most played because people don't want to play old cards all the time, right? But it's still insanely good. And also, people aren't really playing Drunk Paladin, but I'm pretty sure that that's also just one of the best decks right now. But again, people don't want to play the boring stuff, right? So, um, but they really need to like start making sure that the cards from the newest expansions are actually useful and create new archetypes. Like the only good new decks are Wilted Priest and I guess you could say Low Druid. Um, Besides that, we got Aggro Demon Hunter. That was already a good deck before. We got Menagerie Priest. That was already a good deck before. We also have Menagerie. Did I say Menagerie Priest? Menagerie Priest is the same before. Yeah, I did mention that. Drunk Paladin, like I mentioned before, that's also insanely good still. It's really just a problem that every old deck just adds a couple new to good cards and then that's it. Also, that spell is really annoying. I'm just gonna go Pyro here. But like this deck, right? The only new card I have in, and my list might be a little funky. I haven't really thought about it. I should probably play Triple Blood maybe. But the only new card I have in here is Elise. And besides that, it's just the old deck that was the best deck before too. So yeah, that's kind of a problem in my opinion that there's not really anything new. Stuff like the quest, there's no quests that are really playable. I mean, Murloc Paladin, right? That's good. I know that's really good in like lower ranks, but here in High Legend, it's alright. It's nothing crazy, but it's a good deck, right? Besides that, the only one that kind of sees plays is Warrior. But like, even if you check the win rates, the Warrior list without the quest generally do better. The quest is only useful in like certain mashups. So like the new cards are just not usable. Like all these archetypes they're trying to make people play are not playable. And so like if you look at other like decks of those classes I already mentioned, right? Priest, right? Let's say you don't want to play aggro Menagerie Priest. Let's say Protoss Priest, right? Protoss Priest literally just puts in the new card that gives some resummons minions that gives them reborn, a broken card. And that's really it. Besides that, it's just old shit. And there's so many classes that does that. Spell damage druid, they just added low because low is a broken card. And then besides that, it's just normal owl spell damage druid. So there's really no point in playing the new cards, and it kind of makes Hearthstone feel stale because it's just like it's the same cards that are playable over and over again, same decks that are playable. Like this has been the best deck for like two expansions now. And I really don't think that nerfing stuff makes sense because it's not that this is like insanely strong. Like sometimes you play some really bad shit. Like there's some decks right now that have horrible turns. So it's not even the power level. I feel like there has been times in the past where the power level has been way stronger than this, but it's more a problem of it just being stale because of the fact that it's the same decks every time. And I feel like they need to buff other cards and make the other cards better so this doesn't keep on happening. Like I feel like they're too scared when they make new expansions. That might just be me, but I feel like you either gotta lower the power level of the old cards as well, or you gotta make sure that the new cards you print are actually usable. And these aren't, that's for sure. Like even Psycho Rogue, for example. Psycho Rogue just adds Platysaur and what's the Crypt Map. Some people don't even run that. Like some people only run one of those. So it's only just one new card. Besides that, it's just the old deck that was good. And then they were like, yeah, we just used all the old cards because the old cards are better. The power level was better when those were released, right? So yeah, there's not really any point in playing new cards right now, and I feel like that's a big problem. I think I have to do this. It kind of makes it feel stale, and there's only like 2 good quests, so just not really. Maybe it's also because I'm at a higher rank, so I can't really troll around and shit. But even at lower ranks, the worst quests just get stomped by paladin quests, right? So yeah, hopefully it doesn't have like Kane here. That would kind of suck. Um, but yeah, I feel like that kind of makes Hearthstone a little stale right now. I wish it wasn't like that, but it doesn't. Like new expansions don't give me the same joy as they used to, because it's like like they were hyping up this expansion. It's a sequel to one of the most loved expansions of all time. It should the quest should be usable. Like I was fucking 8 when, how I was 9 when Ungoro came out, but I started playing in Frozen Throne, right? And from what I can remember, there were a lot more usable quests. Also, there was a bigger player base at that point, so there was more casuals and shit. But still, hopefully it doesn't have Kane. Can't really do anything about that. Fuck. Like if it doesn't get freeze, then it doesn't matter.